Salutations everyone, and welcome to another Overwatch video, where today we're going to be talking about who I think is the most underrated damage character in the game. Say it with me, it's gonna be Mei. Sorry, I won't do that again. Come back, don't close out the video. But it really is, it's Mei. And I feel like she's sort of always been underrated, always been underutilized throughout Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2's shelf life. Her kit is so strong and it's so unique, and is even more powerful in Overwatch 2, even with the changes to no longer freezing with her primary fire. It was traded out for damage, and it's a ton of damage. That's 100 damage per second with her primary fire, and you have 150 ammo to part with. And the Icicle is also very strong, so she's like no slouch at mid-range and can at the very least challenge, if not get kills, at long range as well. And blocking off a tank with the ice wall is just invaluable. It's one of the strongest, most valuable things you can do in this game, and she's the one that provides it, right? In Overwatch 1, she was kind of like having a third tank on the team with that giant wall with like 300 HP and the cryo freeze to where like she's just gonna live a long time with 250 health. And Overwatch 2, that's even more valuable as I cleanse myself of a anti and stay alive here while healing myself. Because instead of increasing your tank amount from 2 to 3, which is, you know, a 50% increase, you're increasing it from 1 to 2. That's a 100% increase. So you can see mathematically the kind of like, you know, quote unquote having an extra tank gives you in Overwatch 2, has, you know, forced the Winston to ult early, because I walled off any sort of line of sight that his supports may have had. And I already have my ultimate. I wall off them from finishing off the kill or helping the Winston. Drop my ult, the first, along with my teammate Moira here in the game. And we clean up that fight. They don't even get close to a singular take. We get a couple of staggers as well. Well, I mean, the Ashe does. She gets 3 of them. And resets them to where we can start getting our second ults before they even get their first. Granted, you know, you can do that on the defense with a few characters, but I feel like it's just happened the most with Mei, because she has one of the best ults in the game with Blizzard. That's a team fight winner all by itself. You don't need to nano with it. You don't need to grav with it. You don't need to mercy pocket it. By itself, even without follow-up, it can win an entire team fight. It is that strong. And with the amount of damage that she does, I mean, with great damage comes great ult charge rate. She's got a great ult charge rate, and with one of the best ults. So like that by itself is a really, really good combo. Pair that with the fact that she's great at short range, 100 damage per second. Not many other characters can do that as consistently as Mei. It's not like a skill shot. You don't have to get headshots or be careful with your reloads or things like that. And the Icicle can 2-tap people, one body, one head, very easily, or a headshot to finish off a semi-weakened opponent. She can kind of duel against an Ashe or a Hanzo. She's not going to be able to get one-shot headshots, right? But she, at the very least, she can fight against them. She's no slouch, and at close range, I mean, she's got 250 health, which is a lot, and cryo, she's undiveable. She's undiveable, because, like, you jump on her, right? Whatever. I mean, granted, I do mess that up here. I do not cryo block. I thought I could maybe force him to Wraith early, but that was my lone big mistake of this game, as I put my team at a detriment in numbers there. But I already have my second ult before anyone on their team comes close to getting theirs. And her wall ability, of course, is just super strong. People don't really shoot at the wall, even with the change to it being like you can destroy a segment and then get out. For the most part, people aren't going to be shooting at it. Drop the cryo there. That's 2 easy kills that the Moira cleans up. And we're sort of able to even things out a bit. Drop the wall. Cut off the Moira from escaping. Forces the Winston to sort of panic a little bit, but the D.Va already got demeched, so that was kind of not enough time for our supports to come back. You know, D.Va did get rezzed, but and remexed, but it's just not going to be enough. You're kind of feeding ult charge to them at that point, but super duper close from keeping that fight going, because she's just so great at stalling. She's the best DPS staller in the game. You could say that Reaper might be, and there are some circumstances shooting like a Winston in the head right over and over again can be considerably stronger, but just by existing, Mei is the best at stalling. And compare that with, you know, a Wrecking Ball or something else that can stall very well. Just one really good, really long stall can be the difference between a win and a loss in this game. With those just really close windows, forcing overtime, burning that time off the clock, giving yourself an advantage. I just don't see enough people utilizing the strength of her kit to wall off a tank. He's just dead. He's just dead. You can be aggressive and stupid with Mei and still make it work. You're not going to get punished because you can walk at something like here. The Reaper, I know he has Blossom, and he was looking to just kind of run at us, but the fact that I already killed the Winston, we're able to just like have at our leisure to look at any other flanks. And I'm waiting for the Reaper at this point because I know he has his ultimate. So if I can block him off from his teammates, as you can see right here, he tried for it again. He thought better of it, and then it's like, fuck it, right? Walled him off from his teammates. He gets no support. The Winston's not able to join him with his leap with the Blossom, and we're all able to focus on him because he's isolated. The wall is like really strong like that. As I cryo block to block the line of sight from any of my teammates behind me, it only had one target to shoot at, and it couldn't get it. And the Winston gets bodied. Teammates can't follow up, and I have another Blizzard raring to go. So you can kind of be stupid with Mei because you can like aggro, try to wall off, win a 1v1. Maybe you're getting close to getting the kill, but if anything goes wrong, cryo block. I got slept in anti, cryo block. Now all of a sudden she just wasted 2 cooldowns on me, and it's like they didn't even happen, right? It's like it didn't even happen. We got the kill. The wall gave us enough time to give Mercy a very free and safe res. And there's so many sight lines and ultimates and things that you can block off. Chucking the Blizzard right here, getting the headshots. It's just nothing else can bring that kind of value. Even if the Roadhog living for it, he's not going to live on the follow-up. There's nobody coming to the rescue. There's no egress for the enemy team to escape because it's all gone. And we're just going to get a stagger kill and then another stagger. Well, I mean, the round ended because she wasn't touching cart, but in a sense, yet another stagger kill, and we're able to stop them from getting past halfway through point B. So that's going to be an easy attack for us. You know, the tried and true Mei on defense of King's Row is a very well-known thing. You wait for the tank to go through the choke, wall him off, 1v4 him, 1v5 him, 1v6 him, whatever you have at your disposal, get the kill, the fight's over. I wasn't able to, like, you know, exemplify that super duper well because that opportunity wasn't there. But still did very, very well there on the defense. And there's not a lot of, like, answers to Mei. There's no, like, okay, they're playing Mei, I'm going to switch to this. They kind of have to coordinate, communicate, and all be on the same page in order to stop a Mei very often. On the other side of things, I hate going up against a Mei because, like, I can't dive her if I'm a, you know, like a dive tank, right? Or a flanker DPS because she can just block. And then it's like, well, shoot. I blew my surprise factor because I'm now exposed. I already fired. They knew I was coming. They now don't know that I'm coming. So I have to find a new target or find a better way to engage in on that fight. So if you dive on her with a Winston, a Diva, Wrecking Ball, you can't kill her fast enough. She gets antied, doesn't matter. Cryo block, free cleanse, sleep. She's got 250 HP. You're gonna have to be pretty good. You have to, you know, get some one-shot headshot abilities in there. Look how strong Blizzard is. I went and did something super aggro and super stupid. They dropped their ults. I dropped my Blizzard and immediately died. I gave no extra value, but it took out their turret. It took out the Symmetra. It allowed our Moira to just jump on their backline and kill them, which gave our Mercy enough time behind the line to res our Diva to where we now can kill their Diva and basically just win the game from there. I didn't need a skill shot. I didn't need to time it perfectly, and I didn't even need to follow up. I just it's like snowball, win the game for me, you little robot winning machine. And he did, because he's just that awesome. And not enough people are utilizing that. I feel like at the lower level you go, the more value she's going to be, because she always has uptime. She's got the wall to block off damage and healing resources from the enemy team. And she can cryo block herself. She's going to do great damage at close range, great damage at mid range, and at least be competitive at long range, right? Poking something out with some poke damage before they can get to where you even are in your wheelhouse with your endothermic blaster main fire. And we even see her in Overwatch League. You know, there are some metas that we've seen her more often, like I said before, but she's good at all levels. Her uptime is really strong. She is hard to kill, and she is great at killing. And I think not utilized enough. So let me know who you guys think is the most underrated damage or overall character in the game. I might do a video on them, but for me, it's got to be Mei.